I always thought I have to do this or I have to be this certain age or like I'll create change when I grow up. And then coming here and doing this, I realized, oh, I can do change like right now. I don't have to wait.
It does feel like politics very frequently forgets youth, especially youth that doesn't go out into the street and shout their opinions or go out onto Instagram and TikTok and shout their opinions. So it felt like if I'm already doing some volunteering work in my community, I might as well do something bigger, more political, more on like the entire city level.
We often compartmentalize our interactions with youth in government. You know, people think of like youth protesting or they think of youth doing a program or an internship, but we rarely really find ways to engage with what their thoughts are and their opinions are, which is odd because when we think about city plans, we usually plan out 15, 20 years. So somebody who is 16 now, that is who we're planning for in the future. So not having them involved in that process, I think we're really missing out on really good ideas.
Co-Creating Our City forschen wir zu den Möglichkeiten von Jugendlichen, sich kommunal politisch zu beteiligen, die Stimmen einzufangen, die wirklich betroffen sind.
Oftentimes cities that want to do youth engagement really struggle to figure out how to improve on what they're already doing. This project is designed to help youth actually tell the city how they'd like to engage. If the city is actually able to respond to those needs and desires and make small tweaks in a long-term sustainable way, then we would like those tweaks to actually become part of the fabric of how the city operates.
Wir haben im September 2024 mit den ersten Workshops gestartet. In den Workshops haben wir nach und nach mit unseren Mitforschenden erarbeitet, wie sozialwissenschaftliche Forschung funktioniert, wie wir eine Fragestellung entwickeln, wie wir Forschungsmethoden auswählen und auch wie wir die anwenden. Wir haben gemeinsam Daten erhoben, Daten analysiert, uns über die Ergebnisse ausgetauscht und werden jetzt noch weiter in die Analyse gehen, um dann zu schauen, was die Empfehlungen daraus an die Stadtverwaltung und Politik sein könnten.
Es macht sehr viel Spaß, mit den Leuten zusammenzuarbeiten. Es sind sehr viele unterschiedliche Leute, die unterschiedliche Erfahrungen mit sich bringen und unterschiedliche Lebensarten haben und dann einfach zu sehen, wie andere Menschen Dinge sehen, die man vielleicht auch noch ganz anders sieht und zu erfahren, wie Jugendliche, die in Interviews aufkommen oder Fragebögen ausfüllen, wie die Politik sehen und wie die einen Kontakt zur Politik finden, finde ich einfach sehr interessant.
Well, I think that the young people are completely amazing. We did 89 surveys of people their own age and a number of one-on-one interviews and a focus group, and we actually had a second focus group that we didn't even really mention because it was just more informal, but they really put themselves out there to find out all the information that we were looking for. They put themselves out there to figure out what information they actually wanted, and they just volunteered to pick up every aspect of the work and presentations and talking to adults about this project, which I think is really amazing.
Das sind Jugendliche, die sich politisch beteiligen könnten, aber vielleicht nicht wissen wie oder vielleicht noch nicht wissen, dass sie Interessen haben, die sich politisch umsetzen lassen. Das sind aber auch die Verwaltungsmitarbeitenden, genauso wie die PolitikerInnen, die ebenfalls ein Interesse daran haben, mit jungen Menschen in Kontakt zu treten.
I think having these interactions where we're really face-to-face with these city employees allows us to make sure that our voices are heard, because it's not like we're going through these various channels trying to get people to listen to us like we're shouting to the sky, right? I feel like this is so down to earth when we're able to sit down and learn with these different people and talk about these different issues. And I think that city initiatives like this that allow us to sit down with these different employees, they create that environment where we can truly express our opinions and have somebody to bounce off of, right? Because I'm not just getting to talk to my peers about this or the city employees that are interested in it. I'm also talking to the city employees that have never been involved in youth engagement and who are like, yeah, I don't see a lot of youth engagement in our programs.
In that moment when we got to engage with city officials, I think it unlocked a new perspective that I probably wouldn't have thought about. Like from a youth perspective, we just see like, oh, like the government does this, but like from like an actual city official perspective, I understood more like specific details and like what it strives to be.
I think that we have political work that is not tied to an organization, as in you need to be elected, you need to, I don't know, do this, do that to be able to participate is so important. Actually, it's the basis of all political work we need in the city, because it doesn't only take people who are in certain councils or work here, but it takes us, as young people, as citizens, to participate in a citizen science project.
We live in such a divided country, divided world right now, that I've kind of given up on older people to come up with innovative solutions. And oftentimes those ideas by older generations are kind of claustrophobic. They're thought of in a small world and given the situation as they know them, not including voices from young people who have maybe a different perspective is I think, not good in the long run.
Ich fand es ganz beeindruckend, dass die Jugendlichen ganz schnell auf den Punkt gekommen sind, dass es Jugendliche gibt, die Beteiligungsmöglichkeiten haben und dass es Jugendliche gibt, die diese nicht haben oder sie nicht nutzen. Und dieses Ungleichgewicht an Möglichkeiten ganz schnell schon Thema war in den Workshops und gut herausgearbeitet worden ist und deswegen auch diese forschungsleitende Frage entwickelt wurde, warum ganz bestimmte Jugendliche die Möglichkeiten, die es teilweise gibt, teilweise nicht gibt, nicht nutzen. Das hat mich sehr, sehr fasziniert.
I wanted to get more involved in the community, and with my internship, it's geared towards like underrepresented students, and after learning about how people like me aren't really, represented in my own community, it kind of made me want to change that.
So we wrapped up the project with a big event to bring together local politicians, city staff and young people. The young people presented all of their results, and now we wait to hear what kind of action the city is taking.
And so I'm just incredibly excited. First of all, it's just invigorating to be around young people who are committed to making their communities better. The last few days of sitting in the group has been amazing to me. But more importantly, all right, what ideas are going to emerge from this? And then how do we help make those come to life?
Das heißt, wir gucken uns die Ergebnisse schon gut an und überlegen, was heißt das für unsere Strukturen, was heißt das eventuell für zukünftige Konzepte oder Projekte? Wo muss man da tatsächlich noch mal hingucken in der Verwaltung?
I've already emailed my team. The first thing is the youth-led newsletter. So that's the last thing that we've discussed today so far in session. And just hearing that they love the idea, some things that they would want to hear, that they would want to be a part of creating it, which means they'll be able to get their peers involved. I think that's great, and I think that's something that we can take off quickly. The other thing was they did a great job with the survey, so I think that would be great as well for us to continue that work and look at the areas where we didn't get a lot of participation, so maybe a little bit more intentional and purposeful surveying so that we can get a rounded picture of the needs and wants of the youth here in Charlotte.
This has been like an amazing project so far. It's taught me so much about like Charlotte that I have not known before. Things like how it runs, like certain departments. I've got to meet so many new people that are passionate about the same things as me. I've never really had the heart to learn about like politics and my city itself and departments. So all of this is very new to me, and I found it very interesting. And even if you're not like interested in that kind of stuff, I feel it's so important to learn about how your city runs and like have an opinion about your city and what decisions they make.
To me, this type of engagement, finding people who are just interested in this in general, about the ins and outs of government and understanding what makes a city live and breathe, I think is very refreshing. So I think that's good for us. It gives us energy to see this happening. And so yeah, absolutely, I think that would be a great thing to continue with other places. And my only wish is that maybe we could have had more time to spend and bring them on almost, as advisors as we're developing communication plans. Like, is this relevant? Can we create ambassadors from this to help us, bring the information home?
I realized that many of the problems that I thought were individual problems were not really individual. They were rather structural problems, and I had fun talking about different things with the people here and getting to know each other and working on solutions to daily struggles that we as the youth experience.
Youth are so insightful and so wise. It really benefits us to incorporate youth in our planning and design of work and programming that we're thinking about as a city.
The government also wants to get more input from the youth. They are attempting to find out what we want in the city, so it's made me have increased confidence within our government.
I think it can bring hope for cities and allow cities to move forward and allow cities to grow effectively when everybody's engaged and everybody actually knows what is going on. The data that we bring and that we will learn and the research that we will gain from this will help other people, not just our city with youth engagement, but other cities as well.